Okay, so let's go look and use one of the US government provided websites. This is part of the National Library of Medicine, which is part of Health and Human Services and the NIH. It's a this is the URL for it, NCBI NLM NIH.gov/search. Here I'm going to put in more or less the text that came directly out of a report. This is again some of that lingo that is used. This is the gene. This is to say it's cDNA, and it's the deletion from this base pair to that base pair. And you can click on search. And this searches everything at NIH. And so this has been found a couple times, and you can see all of this. But the one that I would highlight into is under the clinical section, and then the clinical VAR. If you click on that, then you kind of get what we're looking for here, which is, has this been observed and what is its meaning? And so you can see here it is observed, it has a meaning, it's in the BRCA2 gene. We had mentioned this, but there's already multiple versions of the human genome here, 37 and 38. This has been observed in both of those. And the NIH has already done all the work to kind of mix and match things together. And then it has the conditions, breast and ovarian cancer, susceptibility. This variant is really confidently known to be pathogenic to the point of being reviewed by an expert panel. And one can go in a little bit deeper and look at that and see that this is 3 out of 5 stars for its review status. The 4-star means that it has gotten to the level of getting into practice guidelines. This is not quite there yet, but it's quite compellingly so. Again, multiple human genomes that has been fit in, part of the 13th chromosome. It is a deletion in 4 base pairs long, which causes a frame shift or a complete destruction of all of the protein coding sequences after this mutation is in the gene. And so it's likely to completely deactivate this gene, or at least substantively modify how well it works. And then has gone on to have, even after being reviewed by an expert panel, to have been pretty clearly significant. And you can kind of see here all the levels of stars as the NIH determines it, up from, criteria provided, multiple submitters all agree, to a proper expert panel has been convened and agreed about its meaning, up to finally meeting the point where it's part of a practice guideline or driving. Sort of almost like automated care. If this variant is seen, it should prompt enhanced surveillance or prospective mastectomy or something like it. Even this very well characterized variant doesn't reach that level. If we come back over, I'm going to go back just a tiny bit, these get updated over time, and see this was last updated in September of 2016. I'm going to take a beat.